Hey, everybody. So, I came in tonight. I'm trying to get everything, let's see, trying to get everything situated over here. First, before I get to talking, let me say please subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you read the description of my channel, you will know that I got vast knowledge and a whole bunch of opinions, but I got vast knowledge in a bunch of areas. But this channel is specifically to have a positive effect on any and everybody who watches it, no matter what. Now, that don't mean I'm being fake. It just means it will have a positive effect as much as possible on those who watch it, unless you just want to be a negative person. Anyway, so the title for this video is savings and budgeting tips to save and get out of debt with any budget or any income. So let me just say this, everybody. I know a lot of people, especially now because we are going into the holidays, we will have a bunch of people making bad decisions when it comes to money. Okay? Well, let me just tell you this. That is not the smart thing to do if you are trying to see the fruits of your labor, stay stress-free, and stay out of debt. Now, it is extremely possible to, how can I say, get the things that you want, but you have to be disciplined, and I'm going to give you a few tips. So, are you in debt currently right now? Now, before I say that, these tips, I'm only going to give a couple tips because I do have, and you'll see the description down below, the Monique J Savings Club, where in this club there will be tons of savings plans, different budgeting options, different tools and tips that I provide on a weekly basis on how to save, how to build the savings, and how to, get out of debt, and which in turn will help boost your credit. Okay, so I'm going to give a couple tips because I know there are just a lot of people who are out here thinking that they have to make and work 2, 3, 4 jobs to get out of debt or to save money. Now, if you want to do it faster, yeah, of course, adding additional income will definitely always give you an opportunity to pay off things faster and start a savings. But if you don't have time to do that, if you're a single mom or a parent and you have a family and you just don't have time to take a second job, then the key things to do is first you have to develop a budget. Now, I have a budgeting plan where I suggest that your mandatory expenses should not be over 60% of your net income. Now, you heard me say net, not your gross. Gross don't mean nothing in a sense because the I, the R, and the S, Social Security and Medicare, have to get their part first. So why would you base your mandatory expenses on 60% of your gross income? You definitely, this is just a tip, write this down. You should not. If you have a savings, if you're not working to get out of debt, 60% of your of your net income is what your mandatory gotta be expenses should fit into. So what that means is if you bring home $3,000 a month, 60% of $3,000 is $1,800. That means that, and this is not getting out of debt. If you get out of debt, you got to function in even less than that. That means that your total household bills, which means your rent, your utilities, if you have a car note, if you have car insurance, all the things that you need to pay to sustain yourself, groceries, all of that should not be over $1,800 a month. Now, I know y'all looking at me like, wait a minute. Because the biggest mistake that people make is making their mandatory expenses be 80%, sometimes even 90% of what their net income is. Because your mindset is telling you, I will have enough to pay all of my bills. But I don't know about y'all. We're working every day to just pay bills. We are supposed to work so that we can take care of our responsibilities, but you should see the fruits of your labor, which means you should be able to go on a vacation, which means you should be able to go out to dinner and go to movies and go shopping and things like that. Well, you can't do that without putting yourself in financial strain and in debt if your mandatory expenses, not including any of those extras, is 90% of your net income, 80 to 90%. It's no way possible. So the Monique J budget says 60%, which means that's going to leave you $1,200 for which you can now. So let me just give it to you. Everybody, you should be doing a savings. And your savings should be at least 10% of your income. So what does that mean? Of $3,000, you should be saving $300 a month. Okay, so now we can spend 3 of our 12, right? We got $900 left. We have 30% left. Now, that 30% is kind of going to depend on you. My suggestion, and it depends on what's more important. I'm the type of budgeting coach and a coach that, because I am a cancer survivor, I totally and truthfully believe that a person has to be happy. You cannot work, and don't do anything that make you happy. So I believe that has to be included. And for all of my budgeting plans, enjoying yourself, which I consider entertainment, whatever you consider entertainment, has to be fit into that budget. Now, if you're somebody who knows you don't do too much, you don't really like to go shopping, you don't really like to go gamble to the casino, you don't really like to, go to the movies and go out to eat and stuff, well then, of the 30% that you have left, you can say that your entertainment is going to be 10%. So then that means that you're going to have about $300 that you will use for entertainment. What is an entertainment? What I just said. Out to eat, the clubs, buying clothes and shoes that you don't truthfully need. You ain't walking on the ground at the bottom of your shoes, then that ain't a necessity. And that is entertainment, and that is something that you are choosing to do with your money, which you have the right to do. But you need to stay within the $300. You don't need to spend more than that a month. Now, option, save for a month. You like, you know what? Before the season, before the winter begins, I want to go and get me a winter wardrobe. You have determined I can do that within $500 or $600. Or not, you have determined, you just shop and you shop wisely and you figure out how to do it within $500 or $600. Well, what you would do is the 1 month, just say October, your $300 entertainment budget, only spend $50. So now you have $250. Still rolling over to the next month, you add $300. Now in the month of November, you have $550 that you can go and shop if you want to get clothes for yourself. Limit yourself for the holidays, for gifts for Christmas, for those who celebrate Christmas. Fit everything in within that $550. Let me tell you, the key to getting out of debt and the key to staying out of financial strain is to discipline yourself and remain in the budget. Is it going to be easy all the time? No. But if you want to First of all, not be stressing over money, able to take care of emergencies when they arise, then you're going to put some discipline on yourself. You got to. I mean, ain't nothing else to really say. Okay? But okay, so say you're a 10% person and now so you got $300 for your entertainment expense, right? So what are we at? 60, 10, and 10 is 80. We still have 20% left. Now, there are people who worship and they love to give and they want to tithe and they want to give 10% to their place of worship. You can do that. You definitely, if that is important to you, you definitely have to fit that in. But now what that means is you only have 10% left. And with that 10%, you have to figure out, first of all, my suggestion is to always, of that 10, keep 5, which is $150 just sitting in your mandatory or your major bill payment account, because all kind of things can possibly come up. The other $150, the other 5%, it is up to you. For me, I totally believe and I advise that you have more than one savings, because that savings that you're putting the 10% up for should not be the savings for travel, should not be the savings for, college expenses, should not be the savings for, emergency car repairs. That 10% is what I call the nest egg savings. And that is the savings that you're constantly adding to. You should never be taken out of, because you are building that up so that when you retire, so that when you stop working and you're on a fixed income, you don't have to live as though you haven't worked hard all of your life. So just imagine if once you retire, you're getting a pension payment of maybe $4,000 a month. And now you have built and started your savings, your nest egg savings. And when you retire, it has $50,000 to $100,000 in it. If you're still working got another 15, 20 years to work, that is very possible. You think about you putting $300 a month times 12. That's $3,600 a year times 20. That's over $70,000 that you could have in your nest egg savings account if you still have 20 more years or so to work. Now, if you have less time, of course, then your nest egg savings is going to have less, but it does not need to be touched. My saying, when you join that Monique J Savings Club, my saying is you're tripping if you dipping. That means don't dip into any savings that we have established that there is a goal, and whatever that goal is and whatever that time frame is for that goal, don't you dip in that money. You can't touch it. When you're in your budget and your entertainment money is gone, you got to wait till the next month. You don't go and start taking out your savings because you're training your mind to do the wrong thing. And then once you start doing the wrong thing, it becomes addictive. It becomes easier than doing the right thing. So don't even start it. Budgeting, saving, getting out of debt is all about discipline. It's definitely discipline. Okay? So that is the budget for people who, basically can afford whatever their total monthly bills are fitting into, that 60%. They don't have a bunch of credit card debt and all these other things. And if you do have credit card debt, understand that still fits into that 60%, because that's something mandatory and that's something that you set up for yourself. But guess what? If you don't want to be in credit card debt, that is why you have to fit everything within that 60% and then save. And those things that you want to buy, those big ticket items that you want to buy, you establish a specific savings specifically for that. And you may see this big old 70-inch TV that's for sale today, but you don't have it. You don't have it. Don't go in debt trying to get something that you can't afford. Believe you me, if it's on sale today, it'll be on sale again real soon. And probably for lower. Or if you search right, join the Monique J Savings Club. Hey, I'm going to give tips. I give tips on how to find the best price no matter where you are. Either it's online or if you're walking into a store, and sometimes, it's better off. I suggest ordering and doing things online, because then you ain't got to go through the hustle and bustle of carrying the item out the stove, putting it in the car, carrying it back in the house, all that. Order it online. Usually shipping is free. Then the people bring it right in, and you save money. So you save gas as well, and you save wear and tear on your car, and you save stress from having to go in the store, stand in line, and deal with all them doggone people. Sound like a plan to me. That is the tip. And that's not if you're in debt. That's just to build a savings. The one that if you're in debt budgeting plan, I ain't going to get that one right now. It will be available. It is available in the Monique Je Savings Club. I just want to show you this video, and what I'll be putting on my YouTube page is to definitely show you what I know, give you a few things that can help you and make you understand it's the reason why you want to join that club. The club is only $10 a month, and I have been known and already have saved several people hundreds up to thousands of dollars. The biggest amount that I've to date that I've saved somebody monthly by following my savings tips and the things that I say do in order to save is, I want to say, it's $3,200. Now, can you imagine that? Now, they're a higher wage earner, yes, because you're like, man, they saved $3,200. Yeah, they're a higher wage earner, but their, monthly expenses were around $10,000 a month. So if you can imagine $10,000 a month, I mean, even if you can afford to pay it, you pay it. But somebody comes in and shows you how to reduce it down to $6,800 a month, you're going to love them, ain't you? Well, if you're not a $10,000, if you are a $3,000 a month person, and you come and you join the savings club and you learn tips that's going to help you save even $500 a month from what you've been paying, now that is an accessible, additional $500, and you can either use that to put into your nest egg savings, or now all these things that you have been doing on a credit card, you can build a savings for major purchases, big ticket items. Start building a savings for that. If you've now saved $500 and you have been spending that, you can give half of that to this new savings plan that you're going to have. We have tons of savings plans available in the Monique Je Savings Club. I'm going to share one with you, which is our pilot savings plan. It's called the TGIF Savings Plan. TGIF. I'm going to let you know what the inside scoop on that is. And that is, starting on the Friday of the month, open you a new savings account. I'm not going to tell you. I got some places to open where you can yield a bunch of interest and actually make money off your money. Join the Monique Je Savings Club. You'll get that tip, which means you're going to get more money. But what you will do is, whatever Friday's date is, that amount of that date is what you will put into your savings account each month. So, for example, this upcoming Friday is going to be the 11th of October. You would put $11 in your savings account. Following Friday, that's the 18th, you would put $18 into your savings account. So you kind of get it. It's a little bit more detail. You'll get more detail if you click and join the Monique Je Savings Club. Like I'm saying, y'all, $10 a month. You see what I know? My goal is to help people, for one, become financially free, become financially responsible, get out of debt, and be less stressed. That can fit in any budget, even people who are higher wage earners. I know you may feel like, oh, I'm making it, I'm okay, but you can always save. There is no reason to waste money, even if you can't afford to pay for what you're paying for. If there is a way to get that exact same item for less, then that frees up money to build and save. You don't ever know what may happen. Nothing is guaranteed. And then you'll look up and think about all the money that you wasted that you could have saved, and you didn't because you thought you didn't need to. This fits in any budget. Savings is required for all people, and it's possible for all people. I am here to help you no matter what income level you're at. Low, middle, high. There are things that you can do to, first of all, build generational wealth, financial health, and allow you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right. So I hope that this video has helped somebody. I hope you took down that budget, that Monique J. I call it's basically my standard budget, and that's the standard budget for everybody who is not in debt and trying to get out of debt. Okay? Use that, write that down, try it out. Head on over to MoniqueJacademy.teachable.com and enroll in the savings plan. It is only $10 a month. Only $10 a month, guys, to save hundreds, to be less stressed. But you will have to actively participate and apply what you learn and be committed. I don't like charging people for things and they don't see the benefit from it. So I guarantee you will get well worth your $10 worth in information, in emails, and me staying on you, trying to make sure that you do your part. But I can't come in your house, I can't cash your paycheck, and I can't go put the money where it belongs. So that part is going to be on you. You have to be committed and disciplined. In the description, I'm going to put a link to my book, because my book, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Outcome, has a section in there regarding commitment and discipline, and it has a bunch of tools to help you start learning what to do to become more committed to seeing the change that you want to see, or you say that you want to see in your life. It all starts with you. It all starts with the thought process first. Nothing can happen unless our brain thinks it. And then our brain distributes the information to the other parts of our bodies in order to help us do that which we are trying to do. Okay? So as I said, my channel. Now today I think I was talking about Botham Jean. And I'm going to definitely say on that really quickly, pray for the family of Joshua Brown, the guy who was the witness in the Botham Jean murder case, who was murdered a few days ago. They kind of said what it was about now. People, of course, are thinking conspiracy theories and things like that. I'll do a separate video on that. But in the meantime, just definitely pray for his family and his loved ones. Go ahead and join the Monique J Savings Club. Subscribe, hit the red button, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted as to when the next time I will be doing a video. As you know, praise God, I have a wide range of knowledge and information. So you subscribe to this channel, you're going to stay well informed no matter what you are trying to learn and think about. Everything may not be for you. Every video may not be for you. But I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you taking a minute to see if the video is something that you want to watch. If it's something that you can get something from. If not, then hey, you stop. But I appreciate the share too. Share. I'm trying to build my channel. I'm just trying to do great things. And I definitely appreciate the time that you've given thus far. Use those budgeting tips. Join the Monique J Savings Club. Remain at peace and not in pieces. And definitely treat people the way that you want to be treated. There are so many different things that we could do. We could choose other than be negative. Choose happiness. Choose to be positive, even when it's hard to do. I guarantee you get out of this universe what you put out into it. So if you are being a negative person, if you are putting out negative energy, you are going to get it back. If you're doing things wrong, if you are consciously making the decisions to not do things the right way, you are going to get the result of that. So if you want something different, if you want to be something different, strive to do better and be better. None of us are perfect, but if you take a conscious and make a conscious effort to do the right things, try to do the right things, I guarantee you, then better things will come to you, okay? So I hope this helps somebody. I gave money information. Now I just gave some coaching information. But I just definitely appreciate everybody. Be sure to hit the notification bell. The links to everything that I have going on is going to be in the description. If you're seeing my Worthy t-shirt, It is available in Monique J Apparel on my website, MoniqueJ.com. This is from my Positive Affirmation t-shirt line. I have a bunch of other things coming up. I just thank you. I bless you. I'm sorry. I am praying that you receive all the blessings that they are out there for anybody to receive. Just, hey, don't accept nothing less. And as I always say, don't allow anybody to steal your joy because they didn't give it to you. God bless. Please subscribe. Have a good evening. Let's see.